we're going on a cruise. Let's go. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Here is a place that we advocate for disability inclusion and awareness to make the world just a little bit brighter. My name is Janelle, and today we're going on a cruise. Let's go. Would you like to say hi?
Sure.
This is my friend Brittany.
Hola.
Would you like to say hello? Okay. I don't have another friend. She don't want to say hello. But that's all right. Let's go. This is the pool deck. Usually embarkation day is kind of chill while you're waiting for everybody to get on the ship and, of course, waiting for the ship to sail away. They also had a balloon drop since it was Easter, and that was pretty fun. I'll also say right now, this trip was filled with good, bad, and not so great. The staff on the ship honestly just weren't really up to par as I would like them to be, so we had a lot of issues and complications because of that. And anyways, we went to the main dining room for our first meal, of course, that night before going to the Easter balloon drop.
Are you sure? Okay, kids, I need you to shout loud and proud. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We ended the night off counting down to my friend's birthday while at the pool deck at night. So pretty. Definitely love it. CocoCay is Royal Caribbean's private island in the Bahamas, and I've been there before. This time it was different. It was raining, which of course there's not much they can do about that, but it did affect our day. We hung out at the Oasis Lagoon, which is their pool that they have there. Just because, it's a nice little first stop. It was raining a bit, like I said. You can kind of see a little bit of gray clouds. And, we just kind of hid under the bridge whenever it did start raining. Fun fact, if you put your head underwater, they play music, like different music than what's above the water. You should try it out. As an accessibility note, I will say that they do have and provide these beach wheelchairs that you can use. That way, if somebody needs a wheelchair, they can be pushed, and the sand is not an issue. I also saw somebody using this same feature, but as a stroller, so I think they might have stroller, beach accessible strollers as well. We went to the beach that was closest to our ship, just in case it started raining really hard. We would not be that far from it. You can see our ship there in the background with another ship at the beach. It started raining more before heading back to the ship and experiencing an interesting problem. We've had an interesting experience today. We went to CocoCay. This is day 2, right? Yeah, day 2. And, it was raining, so it was kind of sad. But we made the best of it. Of course, things are always, there's always something else that's just like, bet. And we took the tram back, which is like a free ride service, kind of like a long golf cart, to come back because the pier's long. And what happened, Brittany?
I got flown to the front.
The guy
slammed on the brake.
Yeah, the guy driving, he wasn't paying attention. He literally, I have never seen anybody stop that fast. And we all went forward. Banged our knees. Brittany, how are you doing? You were in front.
Could be better. Could be better.
It's been interesting. Laughs aside, this was a really serious incident. My friend's knee was hurting so bad, even after the trip, and this is all because of the staff's negligence in being on his phone when he was driving a ton of people. It's not smart. Anyways, Also that night, they were supposed to have an R&B tunes night, which was perfect for my friend's birthday. She loves R&B, but it never happened. It was supposed to be pre-recorded. All they had to do was hit play on the playlist, and it never happened. We sat there for an entire hour. We went on an excursion in Grand Cayman with a bunch of little stops in between. And it really wasn't a lot. Like, we had really short stops, like 20 minutes. And the quote-unquote castle we went to was really just a plantation. We had another 20-minute stop in the town called Hell to see the rock formations, to shop, and to mail your postcard out. The longest stop on the excursion was at 7 Mile Beach, which was actually pretty enjoyable. It was a very nice beach. It's very beautiful. There was a lot of people there, but we still felt like we had enough space to, just kind of be within our group. We are here. Where are we? Grand Cayman, baby. Grand Cayman. Beautiful 7 Mile Beach. It's salty out here. Very salty. Very salty, but very beautiful. Take a look. Oh, I'm falling. It's okay. Yes. Rating 1, or on a scale of 1 to 10, how beautiful do you think this beach is?
I'll give it a solid 9.5.
9.5. It is very nice. Definitely up there. Definitely up there. I would give it probably the same.
One lady said it was one of the more beautiful beaches in the Caribbean.
Lies. Lies. That's alright. I mean, nice weather, turquoise waters, very white sands. I like it. Yeah, I'll give like a 9. I like Pearl Island in the Bahamas. That was gorgeous. Felt like I was in the pool. So yeah, I'll give it a 9, but it's very nice. Very pretty. And we live in our best life. Would you like to be in the vlog? Alright. We live in our best life. One thing you should know about Grand Cayman is that it's a tender port, which means that you have to take a smaller boat from the ship that's, in the sea over to the port, because the port is not big enough to hold the ship. Although I do hear that there are plans that they are going to be building and working on that for the future, for future cruises. Back on the ship, we encountered some really beautiful sunsets. So gorgeous. I do have Tourette syndrome, and I've mentioned this several times on my channel before. And for me, I felt like I didn't really have an issue with ticking. I feel like there's a lot going on. Anyways, people are kind of, focused on themselves, concerned about themselves. And if anybody did see me ticking, aside from my friends, they didn't say anything or they didn't make a big deal out of it, which is really good. I also wore a lanyard to carry my CPAS card in, but the lanyard I wore said like the Tourette Association of America on it. If you don't have one, of course, you can also maybe just have a lanyard and put like a pin on it that says like I have Tourette's or I have tics or whatever the case. That way, if people do, see you ticking or ask like, well, what is going on? Why are you doing that? That looked intentional. You can show like, oh no, like I have Tourette syndrome. But I didn't have any issues with people's responses to my tics at all, which was really nice. And we also got to participate in a silent disco night. This is where you have 2 different stations you can listen to, switch back and forth, do whatever you want, and you can listen to your own music that, is just in your headphones. Being in Jamaica was my favorite, but I am kind of biased since my family is Jamaican. Our tour in Jamaica was 10 times better than the one in Grand Cayman. Check it out.
Like some people say sometime, So approximately 3 million people. Yeah, man. How many people in Chile? 17 million. Okay, that's a lot. Yeah, man. So Jamaica, a tiny country, but we make a big impact worldwide, Fastest man in the world, So this side of the island, lot of excellent athletes. You know, we are regarded as the spin capital of the world. Yeah, man, Barbara probably tell you about the secret, but I will tell you about it later on, why we so fast, you know. So this is Falmouth. And around this area is known as Water Square. You know why they call it Water Square? It is said to have received pipe water even before the famous New York City. You know? So that's why they call it the Water Square. So if you look to your right, this is the courthouse. And this is of Georgian structure. And today Falmouth is also regarded as the finest Georgian town of the Caribbean, you know. Courthouse, you know, meaning it has a lot of buildings of British origin or British structure. So it's regarded as the finest Georgian town because of that.
What are those pretty pink flowers?
Oh, them pretty, I think it's a family of the Royal Pansiana.
Just see, look, it's one of them quick stuff.
What, the food market?
No. We needed an extra suitcase.
Oh, yeah man, where you go they sell suitcase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, check your message.
I think you wanted to come in. Just come in and join. Saw it.
Yeah man, see old police station to your left as well, 1896. All these buildings still standing here. Yeah man, when, here in St. Anne, and before I was born as well. There's one called Hurricane Gilbert that was very devastating. Yeah, hello. You. Alright, so guys, if you look to your right, the street to your right is Gully Road. This is the street Marcus Garvey grew up on. And also myself on this street that says his street, that's where Burning Spear was raised as well, up that little lane there. If you look to your left, this is the statue of Marcus Garvey, our first national hero. So this is the parish library, the St. Anne Parish Library. So as a kid going to primary, as a kid going to primary, this is where I used to come to do my research, you know, with the encyclopedia. But today, you know, these kids, they don't use encyclopedia, they just go on Google.
I absolutely loved the tour. Richard was wonderful, and it just really felt like home. I mean, you know, my family is from Jamaica, so definitely felt like home. This is our tour guide, Richard. Richard, big up yourself, man. He was awesome. And this was Ocean Ridge in Ocho Rios. The sights were absolutely beautiful. Stunning. I mean, look at that. We also got to eat at Scotchy's, a very well-known place. I had some jerk pork, rice and peas, and ting. And then back on the ship, we swam and just kind of hung out for the rest of that evening. We took pictures with the dining staff because those were honestly our favorite people, like, of the whole staff. I feel like we really enjoyed their customer service, definitely over guest services. And speaking of guest services, when it was time to disembark, which is get off of the ship, you know, you have these groups that you're in. It's a hot mess of just a lot of people, a lot happening, a lot going on. And we are literally right about to get off the boat, right about to get off the ship. And as we're scanning our SeaPass cards to get off, the guy there said that we could not get off the ship without going to guest services first. There was a message that popped up, and, you know, we had to go back through the entire crowd. It's like swimming upstream against everybody that was just in line to try to go back inside, to go to a different deck level when everybody's trying to use the elevators. And we finally got to guest services, and this is what the line looks like. You can't tell because of just the angle we're at, but the line, we're at the back of the line. It goes all the way to that sign that says guest services, and then you come up. And it was all over, like, things like that were still on our account that they charged us for. That being gratuities, because my friends did not add, you know, any credit card info to their account, as well as things that they charged us for that we didn't even use, or things that didn't make sense. For example, my friend had a soda package and they charged her for 2 sodas. She was trying to figure out why, because she had a soda package. And they said, oh, well, that soda you had that night in the dining hall, that was a Fanta, and that was in a can, and that's not part of your package. But when she told the dining people, hey, I have the soda package, can I get a Fanta? Nobody said, like, oh, you know, that's an upcharge, which it doesn't even make any sense. Like, yeah, it's in a can, and yes, you usually get your cup, to put in the machine, which also she did not get her cup. It was supposed to be in our room, but she didn't get her cup until we finally asked somebody at the beginning of day 3. So for them to charge her $3.50 per soda is absolutely ridiculous. And also, they couldn't put a note on our door. They couldn't do that the night before, just like they did with our luggage tags, to say, hey, come to guest services before you disembark. Or even the morning of, we had to go through all of this just to lug everything back for no reason. And it just added such a sour ending to a trip that already had so many problems in customer service and efficiency. And then on top of all of that, our flight was delayed several times. And when we finally did get a whole new plane, they had maintenance come on the plane. They said they had to fix a light near the exit row, and they also had to fix a light in the laboratory, which is like the bathroom. Basically, I would sum up this trip by saying the best part about being on the ship was being off the ship on the islands and exploring. Definitely check out my YouTube shorts. I have content there that's not in here. I literally have something for every single day that we were on our cruise. So you can go to my page and check that out to see cool stuff like this, like us dancing to somebody singing karaoke, and so much more. And I appreciate you guys watching my video. I'm here to answer any questions. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe. Thanks, guys. Shine bright.